Yes, indeed, I am.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. I appreciate it. And I am so grateful that we are having the hearing today. And Mr. Whitaker, always appreciate your time. I want to go to an issue you and I've discussed before, and it deals with these Chinese drones and the fact that we have had some of these drones in the country. We have, as you know, I've worked on this, making certain that federal funds are not used. And the president has signed a law, a provision that I had championed that would mean that we stop using, we would be explicit in not using our federal funds or allowing our federal agencies to operate these Chinese drones. So what I'd like for you to do is just give me an update. Where are you on this? Have we ceased using the Chinese drones? And what is your timeline for moving away from these?
Thank you, Senator. I will have to revert back and provide that answer to you separately. I'll look into where we are in complying and what that time frame is. So happy to respond to that later.
And are you coordinating with CISA and the FBI as you are moving away from these drones?
We have very strong coordination with all agencies that are involved in this. So that is a strong yes, we are.
Okay, wonderful. I was disappointed in the FAA during the reauthorization debate, and I had worked on the issue to raise the pilot retirement age to 67. And we all know that due to the pressure from the pilot union's leadership, and my colleagues on the other side of the aisle, that it seems the FAA caved to political pressure from big labor, and a letter was sent on February 5th of this year in your name to Chair Cantwell opposing raising the pilot retirement age. And when questioned by Representative Nails over in the House, you correctly implied that the role of the FAA was to give technical assistance, not take policy decisions. And during that exchange, you seem to be unfamiliar with the letter itself. And all this leads me to ask you, who was in charge of writing that letter? Were you aware the letter went out? And will you commit to keeping politics out of the FAA and focus instead on safety and oversight?
I certainly review every letter that I sign, so I am familiar with the letter. Our intention with that issue, as with all issues, was to provide technical advice, which in that case was around compliance with international standards and the need for data if we're going to have a change to the retirement age. So my intention is to not become involved in political disputes and focus on safety, so that you do have my word on that.
Thank you. Thanks, Madam Chairman.
Thank you.